Okay, picking up from Friday, the question is saying what? You're given the function, you're given this function here, the expanded form of the function, and that's asking you which one of these is a factor, yeah? And then we said, okay, well, God, we got to sit here and divide each one of these. We got to sit here and divide each one of these and see which one works. If I tried negatives, I was checking this one first. I was checking the x plus 7, so obviously you use the 0, which is negative 7. And I know, I just stopped right here because I know that this will no way give me a 0 here. I know that, right, we did this on Friday? So I know this one's not it. I know this one's not it. And I don't want to sit here and do, I could sit here and do synthetic division until I finally, let's do this one. What happens if I do let me check this one now. Let me check this one here. If x plus 2 is a factor. Well, if that's true, I should be able to divide, because this shouldn't take you long, really, honestly. Synthetic division should really not take you long. But if this is a plus 2, then I know my 0 is negative 2. And when I check that one to see which one gives me remainder 0, that would be 1 for the x cubed, negative 14 for the x squared, 59 for the x, right? Always check that there's no missing terms. And I'm looking for the one that's the factor, which means it's the one that's going to give me remainder 0. We understand that? Yeah. Okay, and I know this is easy, but it's going to get even easier, so listen. So then I check this one, and then I'm like, okay, well then 1, and then negative 2, and then negative 16, and then positive 32, and then 91. Am I going too fast? Too bad. And then what the heck? And then I'm like, oh shit! I just can stop here. Can you guys tell that it's not going to work right here? Because 91 times negative 2 is not going to give me a positive 70, right? Because positive 70 is okay. So I know this one's not a factor either. Okay. And then I think it was Mario who said it's this one. This one's the answer. But Mario didn't do it like this. This is the one that says x minus 2. X minus 2 is the one that does give you the remainder 0. Yeah? And let's just, just for kicks, let's just do this real quick with synthetic division, right? If that's negative 2, then positive 2 is the 0, and then I can check this. Can you do this with synthetic division? If you love this so much, yeah, you can go ahead and knock yourself off. And just keep doing this until you find it. You can do it this way. But this is actually the longer way. Just like Delta Met said, this is the longer way, the slow way. So I'm going to show you a faster way, okay? So let's just verify that this is the factor and this gives you remainder 0. Just hold on, I'm going to show you the faster way right now. But just checking this way would be what? 1, 2, negative 12, negative 24, 25. Wait, what? 35. Come on, Aviles, 35. Oh yeah, here we go, 70. Woo! Does everybody see how this one gives me remainder 0? And we have to divide, right? We have to find the factor, we have to divide and get the one that gives us remainder 0. Do we understand that? Yes. Yes. So this one's the answer. But I'm going to show you a faster way to do it. Mario, how did you find it so fast? The remainder theorem?
Yeah, I just substituted the 2 and
Yeah, remember the remainder theorem says that if you substitute the 0 into here, right, the remainder theorem, which we also learned, we just had it on the Padlet today, that instead of doing synthetic division, we can do the remainder theorem. But then wouldn't the remainder theorem also be just as tedious? Like, wouldn't it be actually, but let's just, so that means that if I substitute, here's the function, f of x is equal to x cubed minus 14x squared plus 59x minus 70. That means that if this one's the answer, if this is a factor, does everybody agree I have to substitute a positive 2 right here? Yeah. So that would be, right? that would have to be f of 2 is equal to 2 cubed minus 14 times 2 squared plus 59 times 2. And Mario, this was faster for you?
I didn't say it was fast. I just said this is what I did.
Oh, okay. So he agrees that this is this is not faster. Does everybody agree this is actually not faster? Well, no. Listen to this part. It's not faster if you're doing it by hand. If you're doing it by hand here algebraically and doing it like this, and you don't have a calculator or something, well, that's even worse, right? Then I would stick to doing it this way, right? Obviously synthetic division, but I'm going to show you a faster way, guys. Relax, don't panic. But you actually are going to want to do it this way. You are going to want to do it this way. I'm going to show you a fast way to check all of these. A fast way to check all of these and find out which one gives us remainder 0. But if we actually sit here and do this, you will get 8, take away 14 times 4, plus 59 times 2 is 118. I don't know anything about math. Is equal to what? 8, take away 56, plus 118 minus 70. That's going to be, I add up the positives, so that's going to be 126. And I add up the negatives, and that'll be minus 126. Everybody see that it gives you remainder 0? Okay. So, yeah. This one is the one. The 0 is 2, but the parentheses is x minus 2. Yeah? Okay. Let me show you the fast way now, yeah? How you can check these really fast and not doing it synthetic division, even though you should be able to do it this way. And actually doing it this way, the remainder theorem, but not by hand. Ready? I'm going to show you the fast way to check and find out which one's the answer, yeah? Okay. We're actually going to use, let's see, Desmos. Oh, let me see. That's not what I wanted to do. Is that what I wanted to do? Did I switch over to Desmos? Here it is. You know that graphing calculator, Desmos? D-E-S, oops. So Desmos has this feature that when you enter a function here, whatever the equation is, right? Like if I put y is equal to 2x minus 10, whatever. Desmos has a feature here that when you enter any function, you can go here to this little gear that's here and click it, and you see this little table thing right here, like a table of solutions. If you click there, see, you can pick any value of x. I mean, it already has some here where it's already substituting the value of x and then giving you the answer for the value of y. Do you guys see how this is going to make it easier for you guys? Like if x is 5, what's the answer for, when x is 5, what's the answer, everybody? Right, the function being 2 times x minus 10. If x is 5, what is it? 0, right? Watch, I'm going to put a 5 right here, 5. You see, when x is 5, it spits out the answer, 0. It does all this calculation for you. Well, I don't want this 2x minus 10 easy function, which is the function that we had here at hand. It was f of x, or you could just put y. Y is equal to, what was it? What was this? X what? X cubed what? Minus 14x squared, right? This is the problem that we were just doing right now. Minus 14x squared plus what? Plus 59x. Go ahead and enter the function there, right? For this problem that we were doing, x cubed minus 14x squared plus 59x. minus 70. And then go to this little gear, right? So we can go to that table of solutions. And I can pick any value of x. Ah, damn, it's already giving me the answer right there. Do you guys see it? Technology is going to do all this calculation work for you. Right? What's the first one, though? Let's go back and see what was that first value of x that we had to check. It says x plus 7. It says x plus 7. Why didn't it go back? So does everybody agree we're checking negative 7? So let's see, negative 7. Oh yeah, look. Negative 7. Nope, didn't give me the remainder 0. You guys see how to use this table? You can click here and pick the value of x that you want. Does everybody see that? What's the next one? It says x plus 2, so you probably put negative 2. No. The remainder is not 0. You guys see how to do this? And then when it was x plus 2, when it said x minus 2, you put what? A positive 2. And there it is. See, you're looking for the one that gives you the remainder 0, right? You guys see that? All right. So, let's go back to, go ahead and do this next one then. With Desmos, this should be a piece of cake, right? We're doing this one here. Go ahead and enter this function into Desmos. And then use that table feature to find out which one of these is the factor. See, I'm making it easier for you guys using technology, yeah? You don't have to sit there and calculate. Okay, so that means I would what? That means I would have to, oops, not that. Enter the function here, which is what? You could put f of x if you want, but you could just put y is equal to, what is it? X cubed minus 3x squared. X cubed minus 3x squared minus 46x minus 72. Make sure you enter it right. Now go to the table. This one here that has a little table looking thing. And damn it, it shows me the answer right there without even doing anything. Did you guys notice that? Did it happen to you too? Because it already kind of has values already there, like chosen for you, selected for you. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. But I know that there's a 0 at negative 2. Is that one of the choices here? Is that one of the choices for a factor that you have to look for? Yeah, because if the 0 is negative 2, that means that what? That means that the parentheses of the factor is this one, isn't it? You guys see that? We got it? They're going to make it so easy for you if you know how to do this. That's it. I just showed you. Okay. Oh, shoot. That's not right. You guys got it all wrong. If you picked that one, you got it wrong. Anybody know why? Go ahead, Frank. Tell them. Oh, shoot. This one says, which of the following is a factor? That means that only one of these is going to work. The one we just did now says, which of the following is not a factor? Uh-oh. That means that 3 of these work, right? Because it's to the power of 3. That means 3 of these are going to give you a 0, and 1 of you is not. One of them is not. You guys see how you didn't read the question, or if you didn't read the question, that means 3 of them are going to be 0, and 1 of them is not. Oh, darn. So that means that 3 of these work. So this one works. So that's not the one that's not a factor. So let's go back to what? Which one else do we have to try? Let's try the first one, the x minus 8. So that would be positive 8? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, shoot. Guess what? What happens when you put positive 8? Is the remainder 0? No, that's the one that doesn't work. But just check the other ones just in case. It shouldn't take you too long. The 9 should give you a 0. Oops, not negative 9. Positive 9 should give you a 0. Negative 4 should give you a 0. And obviously we already checked the negative 2, right? You guys see how what this table feature does for you? It's doing the remainder theorem for you. You're substituting the 0. It's doing all the calculation for you. Do we understand that some of them are going to say which one is a factor, and then some of them are going to say which one is not? So careful, because I mixed it up on the assignment. Everybody understand that these 3 work, so the one with the x minus 8 is the one that's not a factor. We understand that? Got it. So this one works, this one works, this one works, which means these are factors. These give us remainder 0. This one's the one that is not a factor. Not a factor. Okay, do the last one here. Do the last one here. Oh, this is a different question. This is not like these previous 2. What do you guys think about this one? Which of the functions has a factor of x minus 8? How are we going to do this one, guys? Wow, can you sit here and do synthetic division to this one and see if it gives me remainder 0? Yeah. Can I do this synthetic division and find the one that gives you remainder 0? Yeah. But how can we use this this instead? You got to enter the whole equation, yeah? Enter the whole equation, and then what 0 is it there? And then you got to check the 0 what? 8, right? Positive 8. And see which one gives you remainder 0. Does that make sense? Everybody good? All right. So